Hello everyone and welcome to another Elliott Wave analysis. Today I want to talk about Tesla. Right. It has been a long time since I talked about Tesla. Okay. If you look at my profile, the last time I talked about Tesla is almost what 2 years back. Right. I thought I should have talked about it earlier also. 12th September, yeah. Sorry. So actually, the last time I talked about Tesla is 12th September, right? It's a short, okay. And then I mentioned to cut loss at 368, okay, 368. Um, yeah. So this obviously failed, but it was a good risk reward, okay. What has happened since then, right? So I believe Tesla has ended. And of course, you need to look at my idea overall together with the other ideas, especially Nasdaq, S&P, Bitcoin, all this. I am trained as a macro trader, so most of the time I look at the indices, Bitcoin, gold, all this. Okay, Tesla is, or even the rest of the components, right? I only use it to see whether they can support my macro view. But over here, I think Tesla is a very interesting case because um, it has clearly, to me, it has clearly ended. Okay, so over here we are looking at the hourly, right? And this is the wave that I've plotted. Okay, so let me go to the daily first. Okay, we look at the very big picture. So over here you see um one, two, three, four, and five. Right. So over here this chart doesn't look too nice, right? So how do you come up with how do I come up with this, right? So one trick you can use when you're trying to look at the big picture, right, is to look at it on the logarithmic chart. Logarithmic scale, right? So on trading view, go to the right side scale, go all the way down, you have the L here. So click on it, and then voila, you see this a better picture, right? Especially when a stock like Tesla, right, it actually move up a few thousands of percent since the inception or something, right? Over here you see how these um five waves, right, actually breaks down. I can do it over here, right? So we start from the bottom here, right? Um, let me just be a bit more precise. So this is one, two, right? I haven't figured out how to move these charts when I'm using the wave, right? But at this point in time, let me just try to clean up this sub wave also. Okay, so and also black color to me is a primary count, right? So if I go up to cycle level, is red color. Okay, and let's remove this wave. Okay, if not, there'll be too many waves. And the other reason why I remove it is so that I can move this up. Okay, I can move this up so that usually over here they overlap. So we want to see clearer, right? So that's what we do. Okay, we move down a bit, right? And then we have wave three, wave four, wave five somewhere. Right, so let's move the chart again. Well, wave three is here. Okay, wave three, and then we have wave four. Wave four itself is an irregular correction. Okay, irregular. Okay, so um, it may look strange like this, right? But you can easily make it look more reasonable, right? Because we are all more familiar with triangles, right? So if you do this, then this becomes more reasonable, right? Even though it look irregular, right? But actually, this is a triangle. Okay, so wave 4 and wave 5. So we want to study in tail wave 5 and also this wave. Okay, this wave, which is wave B. Okay, so we go down to the hourly. Okay, so recognizing that this is wave 5, right? Where's my red color wave 5? Okay, wave 5. And then we have the wave 4 here. Okay, so this ended. So Tesla ended, okay, on 1 year ago, okay, on around 19 December. Then it moved down in 5 wave, okay, where the wave A itself actually truncates, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It truncates, okay. And then we have a 5 wave up. Okay, 5 wave up for A. And then we have a B. Sorry, B should be here. Okay, this is B. Okay, similar to wave 4 on the cycle level, right? This B looks like irregular, and what you can do is, you can visualize it as a triangle. Okay, as a triangle. Okay, this thing don't snap too well on a higher time frame. Okay, so this is wave A, 5 wave, right, over here, and then wave B, A, B, C. Okay, and then we study this wave C. Okay, wave C of wave B. Okay, wave C of wave B. So this wave C of wave B itself, it starts with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So this is a leading diagonal. So wave 1 of C is a leading diagonal. And then we have wave 2. Okay. And then wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. Right. And then we have a wave 4 itself. Right. Before the final wave itself is an ending diagonal. Okay. Ending diagonal. So you see like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. It is the breakdown itself not too important. What you need to recognize is that the waveform are more corrective in nature because of the overlappings. Okay, so this becomes our wave B, right? Because we have a 5 wave for wave A, 3 wave for wave B, and then we have also a 5 wave for wave C, right? And the 5 wave for wave C itself breaks down into 5 wave, and it's interesting enough that we have a leading diagonal as well as a ending diagonal, right? So this I already take it as a leading diagonal, right? And then over here I will put in the ending diagonal over here. Okay, so over here, ending diagonal. So let me just put them the same color. Okay, meaning same as the leading diagonal. Okay, so over here, and then it's 1 point also. Okay, and this is also 1 point, and I use this to indicate the ending diagonal. Okay, so this is an ending diagonal. Okay, and this itself screen. Okay, so you see this and usually in diagonal you have a sharp move down, and this to me is not really sharp. Okay, but we still have a move down. Okay, so Elliott wave itself, we have already seen, like I mentioned, let's revise this. We have the 5 wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that ended roughly a year ago. Then we have a wave A, right, that ended on the 21st of April. And since then, we have a wave B, okay, that is A, B, C, 3 waves, okay, that itself breaks down very nicely. Okay, and it ended on the 3rd of November. Okay, so for those of you who have been following me, you know that, okay, on the 8th of November, okay, what is this third 8th of November, I already posted and say that the bull market ended on the 30th of October according to Nasdaq. Okay, the peak over here. Okay, so Tesla peaked earlier. Okay, which is normal, right? So usually the leaders peak earlier, right? And the laggers will will um will continue to push out the index. Okay, so uh yeah, so this is for Tesla, right? And then over here we see a breakdown. Now, is this a good time to trade Tesla now? Um, well, it depends on your risk profile, right? Um, whatever it is, your stop is above this wave B. Okay. As for how much it will go, I don't usually expect a truncation. So I must say that conservatively, you should go to 222. Okay. But if you believe, that most of the time wave C will go below wave A, right? Then we look at this and try to find uh maybe one technique is to look for apex, okay, of the previous wave 4. And if the apex is over here, we are looking at 192. Okay, 192 around here. This is the apex of the previous, right? The other way we can do is to use Fibonacci. Okay, Fibonacci. So over here you have a truncation. So do you use the end of wave 3, or should you use end of wave 5, right? And even now this tree is lower than the previous tree. So for now, let's just use the lowest, okay? If you want to be more aggressive in our projection. So now let's look at this and see where it is. So if it's a 1:1, you reach quite near to the apex over here. Okay. You reach quite near to the apex. Okay. This was our identified apex. Right. And then this 1:1 gives us this that means wave A equals to wave C. Right. It gives us this target, right? So usually I'll be more conservative, right? So I'll move this up, right? So it's 198.66. Now there is this thing about the round number, right? In this case, the round number is 200. Okay, so usually price will try to break through this because they know that there's a lot of orders around here. Okay, so they will try to come here, then clear all the stops, maybe, right? Depending on how it move, right? More than 1 year ago, I don't think it's really I don't think there are really anything. Yeah, so 200 is a psychological round number support, right? So there could be a lot of orders here. It could be buy, it could be sell, right? Depending on how this has moved down, right? So ultimate target is this 198.66, right? If you like, you can put 200, okay, if you are shorting this, okay, or you can wait for a better opportunity, right? So for now, the big picture is that the risk reward ratio is 2.78 lah. So if you enter here and you put a stop loss above wave B, okay, may not look so good, right? But for those of you who are holding Tesla, you may want to consider selling or reducing your position. Okay, so that's all for this sharing. Okay, and good luck. Thank you.